Hello, this is Charlene. We are going to evaluate the function. The function they've given us is f of t is equal to t cubed plus 2t squared minus 2t. But they would like us to evaluate it with respect to 3 plus t. So that means that for everywhere there is a t, instead of being a t, we're going to stick a 3 plus t into it. So that's what we're going to do. And that's actually what I've done right here. I've rewritten it, and everywhere there is a t, there's a t, I've put 3 plus t. So 2t squared becomes 2 times 3 plus t squared, and minus 2t becomes minus 2 times 3 plus t squared. So I've rewritten that for us right there in that format. Well, at that point, it becomes a matter of how are we going to simplify this? Well, the easiest thing to look at first is to distribute this negative 2 into the parentheses. So let's go ahead and do that next. We're going to put negative 2 times 3 is negative 6, and then negative 2 times t is negative 2t. So that is already finished. So now the next thing we think, okay, we've got a squared term here, we've got a cubed term here. Well, the easiest thing to do that's going to become before the cube is the square. So let's focus on squaring this binomial first. So over here to the side, I've written 3t plus t times 3t plus t. Well, that is 3 plus t squared. So if you FOIL that, and that's what we call that, binomial times a binomial, you go through the FOILing process, you should be able to come up with this calculation right here and be able to confirm that this little piece right here is the two binomials squared. So that's what we're going to put in for the 3 plus t squared. I'm going to put that right there in for that. So I'm going to go, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and copy that over. Let's see here. See if we can do this right quick. Yes. So I'm going to put that right over here. And now that is what that squared binomial is equal to, but it is also still has a 2 that is being multiplied by that. Okay. So then let's focus on the square or the cubed term, Okay, so that means that I'm going to do this squared term times another 3 plus t. And my t looks funny. Okay, let's try that. Ooh, one more time. T, there, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so that means that this entire thing, this will be equal to the cubed. So when I do that, that would give me what is going to go into this position here. But I like to think of this instead of a trinomial times a binomial. I like to flip it around. My brain likes it better. So if you notice here, I've rewritten it. And so I've just swapped it around. Instead of having the trinomial times the binomial, I now have a binomial times a trinomial. That for me is just easier for my brain to deal with, and I can distribute the 3 times everything, and then I will distribute the t times everything. So that my brain just likes that better. So that's just a personal preference. You don't have to do it that way if you don't want to. But when I do that, it should give me this. So let's verify that this is what I did, and hopefully I did it correctly. So 3 times the 9 gives me 27. 3 times the 6t gives me 18t. 3 times the t squared gives me 3t squared. And then I have a t times a 9 gives me 9t, and a t times a 6 gives me 6t squared, and the t times the t squared gives me t cubed. Okay, so at that point it looks like I did all my distribution, my multiplying correctly. So now I just need to combine my like terms. All of this is just order of operations, and so at that point we can confirm that we have combined everything properly. So I've got just a single t cubed, so that one's taken care of. Then I have 6t squared, 3t squared gives me 9t squared, so those two are taken care of. And then I've got a 9t and an 18t that gives me the 27t, and so those are taken care of. And now just the 27 is left over. So that looks like it is the correct. So this piece right here this is equal to 3 minus t cubed. It's all three of them multiplied. So that means that I'm going to put that in this position right here. So let's go ahead and move that in to that position, and I need to scoot everything over a little bit here, don't I? So let's go ahead and move all this stuff. Did it move? Yes. Move that up. Okay. So everything should be correct, except that I'm missing a plus sign right there. Okay. So at this point, it still is about order of operations. So what's the next things that I should do to continue to simplify it? Well, I want to get rid of these parentheses. I want to distribute the 2 into the parentheses. So let's go ahead and work that out. I'm going to have plus 18 plus 2 times 6 is 12t, and then 2 times t squared, that's going to be plus 2t squared, and I still have this minus 6 minus 2t on the end. That's a minus sign right there, and then I still have my 3 plus t cubed, which is still equal to that on the front end. Okay, so at this point, it really is just about simplification. We're going to confirm that this is where I'm going to get to now. Okay, so I have a single t to the third. There are no more t to the thirds, so that one is taken care of. And then I have a 2t squared, and a 9t squared and a 2t squared, and that gives me the 11t squared. And then I also have a 27t, 12t minus 2t. So 27 plus the 12 minus the 2 gives me a 37t, and you can confirm that with your calculator. There's no harm in checking with the calculator. I love my calculator. Okay, so I've taken care of the squared terms. I've taken care of the t terms, and the only thing I have left are the plus 27 plus 18 minus 6. So 27 plus 18 minus 6, and that should give me 39. And again, do not hesitate to use your calculator to check those numbers. So this should be the final simplification of our function. There are no numbers to plug in for the t. We are just simplifying it, evaluating it, simplifying it as much as we can, and that is the simplification of our function, given that we are evaluating it for 3 plus t. So hopefully that helps you go through the process. Just understand it's a lot of order of operations. It's a lot of just multiplying polynomials and binomials, just keeping everything straight, and taking lots of deep breaths in between, and just say, oh, it's a little tedious, but I can do this. Okay, have a great day. Click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, and we'll see you back soon.